Hey, editing Aaron here. I already tried to record this video like twice, and both times I had no sound. So, today my Formula 1 rim came in, and it's just like a $50 mod for my Moza wheel. So I'm going to show that to you real quick before we hop into the test for it, and just a couple things. Alright, so here's the rim. As you can see up close, there's some bolts here, like right there. Anyway, you got to be careful when putting this rim on because this whole button box itself defaces and there's a little cord inside. Now, I didn't read the instructions, so before you attach your rim, make sure you read the instructions because it opens right up kind of like a Logitech does when you put on their mods. So, build quality is very good. It came packaged with like a styrofoam, but it's very, very well packaged. Like, it shouldn't have any damage at all. There's not really much to say here because I say most of what I'm thinking during the test. So let's get right into the test. For this test, we're going to be driving the Mercedes AMG GT3, and we're going to be racing on the Nürburgring. Not racing, but doing a lap. I feel like I have to rotate the wheel a little bit more than I did with the circular rim, which is pretty accurate. My hands are actually matching what's going on the screen. Normally for this track I'd have the racing line on, but since this is just a test, I don't really care. I do feel like I'm getting a little bit more input. For sure, it's definitely more immersive actually using similar wheels to what's in the car. In comparison to the circular wheel with this car, I do find I'm able to catch the car whenever it starts to slide. Whereas with the circular wheel, I take it more like it's a drift and I tend to over-rotate. Now, am I taking this super quick? No. I'm just testing this. The wheel feels really good though. I feel like the grips are made out of a different material compared to my circular rim. The grips on here feel like a rubberized plastic, but it's like very, very hard. Really, my only concern is swapping the wheels in and out because the way that I'm swapping the wheels in and out doesn't happen with a quick release. Like, this wheel does come with a quick release, but I ordered the rim itself, not the quick release one. For a Formula rim with a quick release, it's like upwards of $300, and I just can't afford that right now. So it's better for me to get like the $50 mod. So my advice is if you're going to order this rim, be very careful putting it on because they even warn you in the instructions, which I didn't read until afterwards, not to pinch the wire. Because when I was putting it on, I was actually quite surprised. I thought I broke my wheel for a sec because the whole button box itself came off. And I thought that was attached separately. Turns out the screws are just very long and go all the way through. I do find, though, I have quite a bit more control. You guys have already seen my videos with the circular rim, where if I drive a GT3 car, unless it's a Porsche, I tend to wipe out. So with this rim mod, it definitely helped out a little bit. I'm just gonna have to decide ahead of time what cars I'm racing. Or if I'm playing with someone, like, we gotta be selective. Unless they want to wait for me to switch out rim. I'm giving the car a little bit of gas here to see how it reacts. Mercedes actually has one of my favorite GT3 cars, but I've been driving the Porsche a lot lately, just because of the circular rim. Whoa! Okay. I actually felt that quite a bit more than what I would with the circular rim. I think it just comes down to like hand position. With the circular rim, I could get away with keeping my hands on the wheel even when I wipe out. Because this is only an R3. But with this rim on there, I wouldn't want to keep my hands on when I crash, like I just did. Definitely gonna take some getting used to. Just for the sake of it, I want to see if I can get past some of these guys before we wrap up this video. Damn, this Mercedes has some speed going on a straight. Holy shit. I just missed the pit lane, so we're just gonna cross the finish line here. Alright, well, to conclude this video, yes, this rim's very nice for the 50 or 60 bucks I paid. Be careful when putting it on because you do not want to ruin your equipment. Read the instructions. Make sure you keep your button box pressed when you're putting in your screws because you don't want to snip that wire, and it's a very, very thin wire inside. And if you snip that wire, you're screwing yourself. Be careful when putting it on. That's my only concern with it. Other than that, feels great. I'm going to put the link down in the description just because it's a good little mod. I'm not sponsored at all. I don't get paid. But, yeah. Just be careful when putting it on. I cannot stress that enough. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.